All right, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Ko Elohim La Hayinawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do teach and rule well, taught us this 100% truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the house of David, hopeful elect. You Akim out there pushing us word in truth and sincerity. To those we liken unto the speckled birds scattered to the four corners, speaking in different tongues unto you, we say shalom. All right, this is going to be a lesson through the spirit, man. I was just doing some studying, all right, and the Lord was supping with me, and He reminded me, just something very beautiful, man. When I was in the world, and really, uh, a lot of brothers have this testimony, especially those of the great millstone, all right, under the same doctrine of our elders and apostles, all right. There was always certain things, that the Lord would reveal us, or certain actions that we would take, that was just different, that other people just didn't understand, even when we were in the world, all right. And you know, it j- that's kind of what the Lord reminded me of, another one of those instances. All right, so we're gonna get some scripture, and then we're gonna show you, man. All right. Ephesians chapter 2, starting at verse 1. And you hath he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins, where in time past ye walked according to the course of this world. All right. Under the vibration of Esau. All right. Under the wine of Babylon. Okay. According to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, among whom also we all had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, right? Because we all, we haven't been in this flesh, been in a dry state, those dry bones, all right? We all remember, all right, the things that, were done before, all right? Not taken into remembrance, but we understand the mistakes that we have made. All right. Among whom also we all had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. All right. Because, two-thirds of our people, Salakia, two-thirds of our people are still and will remain in that mindset. All right. The lust of the flesh. All right. Their eyes, self gratification. All right. But unto us, but Yahweh, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, hath quickened us together with Hamashiach. By grace ye are saved, right? Because as our elders, all right, and apostles always bring out, man, we're in that grace period, all right? And hath raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in Hamashiach Yahushai, that in the ages to come he might shew the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness toward us through Hamashiach Yahushai. For by grace are ye saved through faith, that not of yourselves, it is the gift of Yahweh. All right, and I'm going to stop right there, okay, because again, I was kind of referencing, all right, all of us in some way, shape, or form before we came into the truth. There were always certain things, certain spiritual actions, all right, or antics, or there might have been certain things that you said, spiritually, and you didn't understand why you might have said or even done those things. All right, but it all makes sense now. And the Lord reminded me, all right, this is me, man. All right, before I came into the truth, all right, before I believe slightly before I was incarcerated. All right, so this, if I recall correctly, this would have been around 2006 or 2007. All right, and it just, it just came to mind. It was so beautiful because I was thinking, like, damn, this was my name. All right, and it's so spiritual, man. It's very, very spiritual, because when you go into the etymology, all right, of rap or rapper, all right, it goes back into two meanings. All right, it was used in the literal sense as a quick, light blow, all right, or a resounding stroke, all right. And what does that remind you of? A light blow, all right, a quick and light blow. Well, let's get it, man. For in 1 hour, Hey, you could reference this video as Babylon the blow, all right, or Babylon to be stroked, all right. Revelations 18:17, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off. All right, actually, I'm going to have to start that over, and right, bear with me. I'm going to start at verse 15. All right, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her, and it goes into, ultimately the treaties, the riches, all right, shall stand afar off from the fear of her torment, Babylon's torment, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate. All right. And, again, when I was thinking of this, all right, Babylon, place where we dwell. All right. And again, a rapper, meaning a quick blow. All right. So in 1 hour, Babylon will receive that quick blow. All right. But it also has a secondary meaning, or in a slang meaning. All right. It means a rebuke, the blame, or responsibility, a criminal indictment. You see that? So that's why I named this. All right. What I did, man. All right. To strike, Babylon to be stricken, or Babylon to be, Babylon the knock or the smite, and also Babylon the responsible. All right. Or Babylon the blame. You see? And it's very spiritual, man, because again, this was, this was years, man. This was way before I even had the thought, all right, or the desire, or unction, all right, to to come into the truth, man. All right. And it's just beautiful, man, because it shows, all right, matter of fact, let me just get it real quick to the spirit. All right, Ephesians chapter 1. All right, because it shows that the Lord, he had this all planned out, all right, and written out. Oh, matter of fact, I'm right here. What am I doing? Ephesians chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed be the power, Yahweh, and the Father of our Lord Hamashiach Yahushai, who hath blessed us with all spiritual blessings in the heavenly places in Hamashiach, according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world. All right. And look at that, man. This is an example, of again, many of us, of the sincere brothers, in Great Millstone and under, the banner, all right, can all kind of reference certain instances where, there were certain actions or certain things we said in the world, and we look back and be like, wow, like that was so spiritual, and, Dwali Bashim Yahushai, this is, another example of that, man. All right. Another example of how the Lord, removed us, like we just read in Ephesians 2. All right. According as he has shown us, according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love. Right, man. And now, now we're in that stead. We're in that spirit, man. All right. Having predestinated us into the adoption of children by Hamashiach Yahushua to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. So it was according to the good pleasure of his will that we have these worldly examples, of things that we did, which was all spiritual, because I had no understanding, significance, or knowledge of what Babylon meant. All right. Again, this was like 2006, 2007. All right. I wasn't even thinking about church or Bible or anything spiritual at that time. You see? And, when you actually go into the word rapper, all right, as well, I believe it's on the previous, all right. It goes into a professional perjurer, all right. And what is a perjurer? All right. A willing lie, all right. A person guilty of perjury. As a matter of fact, Salakia, let me just do this. I can just pull it up here. Bear with me. But swear falsely. All right. All right. Hey, and again, the title of this lesson, man. All right. Babylon the swear, man. Or Babylon the false. You see? So it's very spiritual, man, because however you kind of, break it down, it's very beautiful, man. And again, through the spirit, having predestinated us, this is just another example, of that. And let me see here. I think I had one more, in closing. All right. This is, very simple and straight to the point, but it's very spiritual, just meditating and kind of reflecting back. All right. Bear with me here. Yeah, really, I can get first few verses here. Isaiah 61. All right, Isaiah chapter 61, verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord Yahweh is upon me, because the Lord hath appointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. All right, and this is first and foremost starting with Yahweh Shai, right? In the beginning was the Word. Let me just get it real quick. John chapter 1, verse 1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Yahweh, and the Word was Yahweh. The same was in the beginning with Yahweh. Right, man. All right. So you understand that, Yahweh Shai being the Word. All right. And that word is what? A reflection of Yahweh, the standard. All right. That has been implemented through the actions of Yahweh Shai, exemplifying the grace and mercy that Yahweh has had upon us. Okay. And then that trickles down to all of our forefathers and the prophets who have also been anointed. All right. Matter of fact, let me get it real quick. Bear with me here. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4. Then when the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. You see? So let me just, put it up here. All right. And, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. All right. And again, this is an example tying in with Ephesians. All right. Tying in with Isaiah and also Jeremiah. All right. Hey, because we have been sanctified, we have been predestinated, Lord's will, through the Spirit. By faith, we believe that we are those men. All right. And by faith, and hope and humility, we will be, we are, we have been, and again, we say that humbly, by faith. All right. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. All right. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. All right. Hey, and even this is an additional cut, to the rest of these nations, man. They're not in a state of mourning. All right. They have the riches of the earth under the power of Esau, which Esau has no power. That power was given unto him. All right. He has a, what's the word? He has power of attorney right now. Right. When you have power of attorney, you can do certain actions on behalf of someone. Right, he's doing actions on behalf of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, right? Because we're in a state of mourning, man. All right, we're tired of this place, man. All right, this place is nothing but vexation. the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. You see, we're in a state of heaviness, man. All right. But we have peace in what, man? All right. In this, you know, in this, all right. Ephesians in this, you see, according to what? To the good pleasure of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. Again, man, you see, this is an example. Look at me, man. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. My name was Babylon the rapper, man. Babylon the responsible, Babylon the stricken, and that's what's gonna happen to this place, man. Babylon is gonna it's gonna be a quick blow. All right, it's gonna be a quick, and it's not gonna be a light blow. It's gonna be a resounding stroke. Why? Because they are responsible. Babylon is to blame. All right, and that is their rebuke. You see, the criminal indictment, man. All right, and our elders always bring that up, man. About the charge against Babylon, man. Esau, Edom. All right. The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness. All right. And we are, doing this now, man, rehearsing those righteous acts, right? The planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified, and they shall build the old waste, they shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities and desolations of many generations. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the aliens shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. But ye shall be named the priests of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Men shall call you the ministers of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. For your shame ye shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land they shall possess the double, and everlasting joy shall be unto them, right? And that's where we're getting to, man. All right, the 7th verse, the completion, of our shame. All right, and really the completion, also of the rehearsing of the righteous acts to show Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that we are repentant for the shame that we have brought also on his name, right? So, that's all I wanted to, share through the Spirit, man. All right. Just another spiritual example, man. I had no idea. All right. I didn't know a damn thing. All right. But, through faith, as we read in Ephesians 2, all right, we have been, for by grace are ye saved, and by that gift of faith, we will be saved and be redeemed from Babylon, the responsible, from Babylon, the rebuke, the blame shall fall on Babylon, man. Lord's will, you was edified, man. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do teach and rule well and tell us this 100% truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Peace, love, and salutations unto the house of David, the hopeful elect. You Akim out there pushing his word in truth and sincerity. To those who likened unto the speckled birds, gathered to the four corners, speaking in different tongues unto you. And until next time, we say Shalom.